Hello and welcome to another JMP video. I'm the host JonNario and welcome to another installment of my true class hidden effects. This is a series where I will be going over all hidden effects on crystal rings. I will be going over one class per video and I will try to explain how does every single hidden effect works. These are all solo hand tested, so there will be a lot of estimations on the stats and abilities. So if you have any of the correct value on any of these videos, make sure to drop them in the comment section down below. The next video will be on the Bard as chosen by you guys in the latest poll. And once again, I will leave a link in the comments of this video so you can vote on which class will be after the Bard video. And like always, make sure to drop a like since it does help me out more than you think, and also subscribe. We're on a road to 4K subscribers. And with all that being said, let's get started with the Revenant's hidden effects. The Revenant has 3 hidden effects which are going to be called Vengeful Storm, Spirit Squad, and Speed Spears. Starting off with Vengeful Storm, which reads, when at low health, Spirit Storm is triggered automatically, has a long cooldown. So this description is quite vague, so allow me to explain. Upon reaching 50% of your HP, you are going to automatically activate a Spirit Storm, which is your ultimate ability. The Spirit Storm from this hidden effect has an internal cooldown of around 30 seconds, and this cooldown is separated from the actual Spirit Storm's 40 seconds of cooldown. So this ability will not start the cooldown of your ultimate ability, and it is not required to have the ultimate ability off cooldown to activate this hidden effect. Both of them are completely separated. And this possesses the same property as the regular Spirit Storm in terms of damage, radius, and pulling capabilities, and also duration. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall, this ability is not bad. Reaching 50% of your HP will happen way too often, and you're going to see this ability proc all the time. It is also essentially a free Spirit Storm, so you can activate your ultimate ability without having to worry that you will overtake the cooldown of this ability. And like the regular Spirit Storm, you can use all of your abilities, so it's technically free damage. The only drawback is obviously the 30 seconds of internal cooldown, which cannot be reduced with any cooldown reduction. Honestly, this ability is really interesting, but in my opinion there's better option in terms of hidden effects for the Revenant. Next up, the second ability is called Spirit Squad, which reads, Spirit Storm summons a group of tiny spirit wraith. So this ability is pretty much the same as the Banshee Blast ability from the Tomb Racer, so if you're very familiar with the hidden effects, this one will work almost exactly the same way. So, upon activating your ultimate ability, Spirit Storm, you're going to spawn 3 Wraith that will attack enemies at random. These Wraith have the same properties as the actual Wraith that you spawn with your passive ability, in terms of damage, duration, which is 40 seconds by the way, being single target a random enemy, and they do take aggro and they don't take damage. These Wraith will spawn every single time that you do activate your ultimate ability. So technically there's no cooldown, and the limit is going to be 3 Wraiths at the same time, and the passive ability Wraith doesn't count towards this limit, so you can have the 3 from this hidden effect plus the 1 from the passive ability. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Overall, this ability is probably the best ability if you want the highest potential DPM from the Revenant, because it summons 3 minions that do extra damage and they will last for 40 seconds. And it is extremely easy to have 100% uptime with these minions. So it is not a whole lot of damage, but at least it's going to be some extra damage. They're going to be doing 0.75 per hit, and sometimes they will do a slam attack that will do 3.5 times damage multiplier, which is not bad considering that there's 3 minions. It is bound to at least happen one of them to actually do that slam attack, so it is going to be pretty good in terms of extra damage. So this is going to be a pretty good ability all around, and a pick if you actually want to have the highest potential damage per minute with the Revenant. However, this choice is very difficult considering the last ability is also very good. Speaking of the last ability is called Speed Spear, which reads, Spirit Spear no longer slows the Revenant. Alright, Speed Spears, or what I like to call the Lawnmower Revenant, is one of the abilities that I actually made a full video about it. So if you want to go ahead and check it out, there will be a link in the top right card, or there will be a link in the description down below. Now, the description is pretty self-explanatory. So when the Spirit Spear is active, you will no longer get any movement speed penalty with this hidden effect equipped. So, normally with Spirit Spear, it will reduce your movement speed by 62%. But with this hidden effect equipped, you will be moving at 100% of your regular movement speed. This does not grant any movement speed, it will just make you run at your regular movement speed. And yeah, that's pretty much it. It's literally the definition of simple but effective. Simple as in the only thing that it does is it will remove the movement speed penalty that Spirit Spear will grant you when it's active. But effective as in Spirit Spear is one of the best damage over time abilities in the game. Low cooldown, decent damage at 2.5, which has also a weird property that allows you to tag an enemy multiple times. It can heal you because of the passive ability, and being a toggle ability, so it essentially can have a 100% uptime if you can maintain your HP topped off, because it actually takes HP per second. And honestly, with no movement speed penalty, this can make the Revenant the laziest class in the game. If you do have enough stats to actually one-shot with Spirit Spears, it can actually be a one button and press and just run into enemies, and it is absolutely brilliant. So yes, use Speed Spears. I would highly recommend it if you're planning to use the Revenant. Also, if you want more thoughts for me in regards to just talking about Speed Spears, I will leave a link in the description once again on the video that I made on Speed Spears. And that's it. Thank you for watching as always, and this has been all of the hidden effects for the Revenant.